Welcome to the fifth episode of the Hit or Misscast. I'm Clay from Hit or Miss Productions.
I'm Haylie from Hit or Miss Productions.
I'm Ben. I'm from not Hit or Miss Productions.
Oh, it's opposite day, folks.
I'm from anti-Hit or Miss.
All right. Today we're talking about One Battle After Another and the Royal Tenenbaums, which Haylie recommended. But first, let's talk about some movie news. Anybody got any really exciting movie news that they brought to the table?
No.
All right.
I didn't know we were filming this tonight, if I'm going to be so honest.
Okay, so the biggest news of the week is that they are making a TV series sequel to Surf's Up.
Are they? No, they're not.
They are.
Are you serious?
It's happening.
That's the biggest news of the week.
That is like
That's
awesome.
the biggest news of the week. Are y'all excited?
That's the biggest news we've ever had on this podcast.
You're a big Surf's Up fan?
I am.
I do not remember that movie. You remember the name? I have not
Cody's
seen...
me, bro.
Cody's me, bro.
I've not seen Surf's Up probably in like... When did it come out? Like 2007? Probably since then.
Yeah.
Surf's Up is a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay.
You need to watch
it.
It started the mockumentary.
I'll watch it again.
Founded the mockumentary.
But it is a really good movie.
Yeah. Okay, the big news that actually came out this week is that the Social Network 2 got its title. It's called The Social Reckoning.
Any relation to Tom Cruise?
Yeah, he actually is starring as Mark Zuckerberg in the new movie Tom Cruise is Taking Over. And it's going to be about Mark Zuckerberg fighting against an evil AI. Just kidding. In this one, he's on the side of the evil AI. That's right. We're getting political, folks.
We're getting political.
So Jeremy Strong is taking over the role of Mark Zuckerberg, replacing Jesse Eisenberg from the first movie.
Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong. He is the guy from Succession. I love that guy. I think he's a good pick. It's just weird that this is a sequel.
Yeah, I don't think you could recast. I mean, you can recast for a sequel. They do it all the time, like George of the Jungle.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Jesse Eisenberg just kind of is Mark Zuckerberg.
He is Mark Zuckerberg. I think that I have a letterbox review of the Social Network that just says like Jesse Eisenberg is Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. It's not even that he looks a lot like the real Mark Zuckerberg. I think it's just that I've seen the Social Network like 30 times, so that's like in my mind.
Yeah. I think it would be better to like market this as a standalone movie than as like a sequel. But I think it's going to be impossible to separate because Aaron Sorkin is returning to write this script. And he's also directing. And Aaron Sorkin's a great writer, but I don't know if y'all have seen any things that he's directed. His directing is always the worst part of his movies. He did The Trial of the Chicago 7. He did Being the Ricardos. He did Molly's Game. So yeah, I hope it's good, but I'm not feeling super optimistic about it. Oh, it also has Jeremy Allen White, Mikey Madison from Anora, and the comedian Bill Burr are all co-starring. So it's about the like Facebook like trials or whatever. I don't know what's going on with it.
Which ones? There's like so many.
I don't know. I think it's about Facebook's involvement in like the Trump election is what I heard.
What?
But I'm not fact checking.
It's like this recent?
No, the like 2016 one.
Oh, I understand.
But I'm not fact checking that. Ben, do we want to talk about the big Peacemaker thing and how it impacts Superman?
Spoilers for Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yes, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So like in the newest episode of Peacemaker.
By the time this comes out, it won't be the newest.
In the big episode 6, there's a part where Frank Grillo's character needs some help with a interdimensional portal, and so he goes to Belle Reve. Yeah, he goes to Belle Reve, and
you don't care about Peacemaker.
You don't care about Peacemaker. This is fine. It's not that big of a deal. He goes to Belle Reve, which is the prison from the Suicide Squad films, the really good one and the James Gunn one. And he's like, we're gonna get some help, and they walk out this guy. And at first, I thought it was gonna be like Captain Boomerang or something, or like some stupid Suicide Squad character.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, and then Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor like sits down and is like, "Hi, I'm Lex Luthor. How's it going?" And he has
not exactly, but
yeah, he
close
has
to that.
a cane because Crypto attacked him.
And he's a citizen.
So, yeah, and it's called Citizen Kane.
Right.
Yeah. But so they make a deal, and so Lex Luthor is getting like moved to a minimum security prison in Metropolis, which will probably lead straight into Superman 2. And
because he definitely knows how to break out of prison.
Yeah. But I know we talked about this like another week, but the next Superman movie is like a Superman Lex Luthor team up movie. But like they show that he has this like little power suit thing. So him having a cane because of Crypto is probably why he will get into the power suit in the next movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's called Little Things. So Peacemaker Season 2 is now homework. So all the people who, want to see Superman and then Superman 2 will be like, what happened? Oh, I have to watch the Peacemaker TV show.
And then they'll watch Peak.
Exactly. Peak maker is what we call it. Okay, cool. Next thing, Brad Bird, who directed The Incredibles, is working on a new animated film. It's called Ray Gunn, but it's R-A-Y with a space and the G-U-N-N. I think that's like a character's name.
As in James Gunn?
As in James Gunn, yeah. He's taken over, like, Brad
James
Bird,
Gunn
too.
is now in the movie.
Yeah.
James Gunn now also owns Pixar. I don't know if this Brad Bird movie is Pixar, but I'm sorry, this needs to be lower.
But yeah, the film is about the last human private detective in a world of, like, aliens and stuff.
Okay.
Y'all gonna watch it?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know who he's, like, making it with or whatever.
I think it really depends on, like, who's... Because if it's, like, Illumination, then I'll probably skip it.
I know in the past he's done Warner Brothers, because that's where he did Iron Giant, and he did Disney or Pixar with The Incredibles.
Yeah.
But he could be moving to something else entirely.
If it's DreamWorks, I'll be set.
I'm sure if I looked it up, I could
You don't
find
want
the
to see
answer.
a Brad Bird's, like, Minions collab?
No.
I think
No, I don't.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it would be epic. Get Steve Carell. Call Steve Carell up. Call my boy Steve up. Be like, yo, Steve, let me pitch you a Brad Bird Minions
Bob,
movie.
I need you to stop kidding.
So he apparently wanted to make the movie all the way back in the 1990s, but then it never happened. But it's finally happening now. I don't know why. They don't know who's making it or like where it's coming from.
He finally got out of director's jail.
He's finally out of director's jail after Tomorrowland, that hit film.
He made Tomorrowland?
He made Tomorrowland.
That explains.
Yeah, that's why
he's
he's
been locked up. So
that's-
that makes sense.
He did the classic Mission Impossible to Tomorrowland pivot, and then he got cast into the void.
Which is crazy because he made one of the better Mission Impossibles, but they're all really good. So.
I'm sure he's made something since then, but Tomorrowland is really bad, and we'll probably never talk about it on the podcast. That actually might be the last movie he directed.
That's what he thinks.
If you recommend Tomorrowland, that's the episode I'm missing. So recommend it next week. Oh no, he did Incredibles 2. So he did Tomorrowland, Incredibles 2, and then now is doing Ray Gunn. So he's on a perfect track record.
Incredibles 2 would put you in director's jail.
Yeah.
But that's because I have like a severe, deep, burning hatred for that movie.
I hate that movie also. Toy Story 5 is about Jessie. She's like the main character allegedly, according to Tim Allen.
All right.
Tim Allen. Huh?
Any other news?
We don't care about Jessie?
I don't care about Toy Story 5.
All right. The Simpsons movie 2 is happening after 20 years. I just peeked the mic.
I see the
Peek the mic for Simpsons.
Because I love The Simpsons.
For
I
Homer
know
Simpson.
you're like a Bob's Burgers
I
fan.
am.
You're a Cleveland Show fan, and I'm a Simpsons fan. And so, like, this is
wow, yes, I think I would classify myself more in the King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, yeah.
Cleveland.
So Simpsons is my thing. After 20 years, they're making the Simpsons movie 2. They're rolling out Marge Simpson's voice actress in a wheelchair one more time for a new feature film. I don't know if y'all have heard Marge Simpson lately. Dear God, she sounds bad. Like, it's rough.
Like, is it gonna like affect the movie? Do you think?
Probably because like she sounds like she's on death's door now.
Use AI voice enhancing.
Oh, that'll have Marge Simpson's voice actrors rolling in her grave.
She's still alive.
All right, now let's talk about One Battle After Another.
Ooh.
Haylie, tell us about what.
This is not. I'm gonna have to just no.
Yeah. Okay, Ben, tell us what One Battle After Another is about.
First, there was one battle, and then there was another battle, and then that just kept happening. Paul Thomas Anderson's latest flick, I guess we'll call it. It's about a group of revolutionaries who get ratted out, and then 15 odd years later, one man and his daughter are being hunted again by the same guy who kind of broke them up in the first place.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
It does. What did y'all think of One Battle After Another?
This is probably the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Haylie?
I liked it. I really liked it. It's definitely the best movie I've seen this year. I'm not sure about the best movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely the best movie I've seen this year.
I feel like that needs context. I'm half asleep right now, and I said for both of the movies we talked about today, I'm just going to say one thing.
Haylie loved the movie so much, she's actually dressed as a member of the French 75
right,
today.
of course I am.
Which member of the French 75 are you, Haylie?
You tell me.
Who do you
Exactly.
So yeah, Yeah, Haylie actually came here after freeing a bunch of detainees from an ICE detention
I'm right
center.
straight here.
Oh, but now we're getting Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep. We are now classified as domestic.
Yeah. I loved it. I've seen it twice. I'm a One Battle After Another super fan. Seen it 2 whole times.
It's impressive in like less than a week.
I know. Like it feels like a 30-minute movie. The pacing is like the best part of it. I think it flies by. It's a very timely movie. Like it's crazy that this came out at the time it did. Not to get political, folks. Unlike One Battle After Another, which is very political.
I don't think it's political.
Paul Thomas Anderson's better watch his back.
He's done. He's getting
done.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
But it's great, you know. The music, I think, is one of the best parts of this movie.
The score is really good.
I've been listening to the score constantly, especially the track Battle After Battle, I think is so good. And the one that plays during, like, the final action sequence. We're not in spoilers yet. Those 2 tracks I've been listening to over and over again.
You name the tracks, but I just think of, like, the opening scene. And, like, that big chord hit. That, like, ooh. Especially in the IMAX theater, ooh, it rocked me. It was awesome.
Did we see it in IMAX or we saw Dolby?
I saw it in IMAX, and then we saw it in Dolby.
Yeah.
So
Dolby was probably even more impactful.
It was.
Because I just know in IMAX, I was like,
yeah. So that track, the one that comes over the title card is called The French 75, and it's the one they play throughout the movie at like this big plot points. And that's another one I've been listening to a lot. I love this soundtrack. It's probably my favorite score of the year. This is my favorite movie of the year so far. I love it. I'm just like gushing over it right now. Yeah.
What do we think of the characters?
I loved basically all of them. I thought that what's her Chase Infinity. This is her first feature film. I thought she killed it.
Yeah, she was great.
She was absolutely fantastic. I could totally see like her. I'm getting into Oscars brain now. Because I was predicting that this is the movie that's going to be Best Picture, like, for a while now.
Probably.
And now that I'm seeing how great it is, I'm very confident in that. I think it's going to be a sweep at the Oscars.
I can't really see anything that's going to come out this year that
Marty
might
Supreme.
be.
I don't think Marty Supreme is going to
What's the only thing that maybe is a little bit hype is, like, Begonia's not really going to be an Oscar movie.
No, it's not. I think that Sinners is probably, of the movies that have been released before this, that had the biggest chance.
If anything, Sinners will probably get, like, the best soundtrack.
And I'll be honest, I said that this One Battle Another is my movie like of the year right now. But, like I was like toying back and forth. Like I almost put it below Sinners. I did ultimately give it the edge, but like I was kind of like, I gave it the same rating, and I was like, I wasn't really sure which way I should go.
I like it
easily
significantly.
made it to the top of my list.
I wasn't 100% sold.
I like it significantly more than Sinners.
Which is tough. It's tough to beat Mission Impossible in my brain.
Yeah.
But it did.
And it's a big Mission Impossible hit.
It passed Superman and Black Bag for me. Like pretty easy. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, this is it. And it's crazy that I love this movie so much, and it's still not even in like my top 3 Paul Thomas Anderson movies. Like that guy is just so goated with his films. It's crazy. But like I don't know if y'all seen any other Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
I saw half of Boogie Nights.
You did, yeah.
I liked that half of Boogie Nights a lot.
There Will Be Blood is my favorite, but Boogie Nights and Magnolia are also up there. There are like 4 Paul Thomas Anderson movies that are like 10 out of 10s. He's probably the most consistently great director of like all time, maybe. Like almost every movie I've seen is like a 9 or higher. But he's still got it. Like, oh my gosh, this movie's so good.
Still got it.
Like, I can just like gush over this forever and ever and ever. I think that Leonardo DiCaprio was absolutely hilarious. The movie's very funny despite being like very serious and grounded. In our original screening that we saw, people were laughing at like the funny moments, and they were also laughing at weird moments.
Yeah, he told me that nobody laughed at our theater. Like,
I feel like the moments
there weren't really many people
that weren't jokes were more like nervous laughter. I do like though with the comedies, there's like some very stressful moments going on, and you're still very stressed. But then like Leonardo DiCaprio or Benicio del Toro will say like the funniest thing you've ever heard.
Yes,
and you have to laugh.
Yeah,
because it's just that good.
See, I was most laughing at Sean Penn, Sergeant Lockjaw. He was awesome. He was so good. I think he's the best performance in the film.
I think he should win Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
I'm a Del Toro head.
Yeah.
Del Toro was great too,
I
but
think
no.
Sensei Sergei was the best.
Lockjaw, he like stole the show for me. Like leaving that movie, I was like, I thought that his performance was so good. Yeah. It was so good.
I think he like combines this kind of like presentation of masculinity with like this underlying patheticness.
Yes.
Where like it looks like he's gonna cry at every moment in the whole movie, and I love it so much. His character reminds me a lot of like Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards. This movie reminds me a lot of that movie in general. There's like a lot of overlaps, I think. Same with Heat. I love Heat, and this movie reminded me of Heat. But Sean Penn, like every time he was on screen, I was like, oh, I'm so locked in. He I think, stole the movie for me.
You're so locked jaw.
I was so locked jawed in. But like he was so everyone else who was funny, they were funny when they were like making jokes and being comedic. His character was funny because of the writing and like how pathetic he was.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I loved him so much. And the whole Christmas Adventurers Club thing.
I just remembered a line that like made me laugh out loud. But that might be spoiler territory.
Let's get into spoilers. Say it.
You need to watch this movie.
Is it the Semen Demon line?
It is not Semen Demon. It's when he is getting Willa's DNA and they're waiting for the test results. She goes, "Why is your shirt so tight?" And immediately he's, "I'm not gay. If that's what you're thinking, I'm not gay."
Every line that he delivers is gold. Like, when he's in the grocery store and he asks Leonardo DiCaprio if he likes black women, he's like, "I love black women." Like, every single thing. I think my favorite moment of delivery from him in the whole movie is when he's getting interviewed for the Christmas Adventurers Club. They ask him a bunch of questions. He's like, no. And they're like, "Have you ever had relations with a woman outside of your race?" And he goes like, "No." Like, it's like a little, like, it's that I played it up. It's like a little subtle thing where it's like, it's so funny just the way he like scoffs at it. He just like, I think he kills it.
And he
like,
gets the most epic ending ever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Talk about the Christmas Adventurers Club. Clay, who's the Christmas Adventurers Club?
Haylie used to actually be a member, so I think maybe
No.
she should respond.
No.
We can cut that out.
No.
But they are basically like a white supremacist group that lots of powerful politicians and like wealthy elites are part of. I love how corny and goofy they are. They're such dorks. And
Hail
it's
Saint
so
Nick.
funny.
Hail Saint Nick.
It's like they're LARPing like the whole time. It's so funny.
When they go to meet each other, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's so stupid, and it's just like, I think this movie is a lot about how like the failures of the system have led people into thinking that they need to tear it down. Yet they're still, I guess, serving their own interests, and like I think you see that a lot with Perfidia Beverly Hills. And then the Christmas Adventurers Club. I think like those characters are like the parallel of her, where like Lockjaw is kind of saying that he's doing these things for the betterment of his race, whereas Perfidia is saying for her country. Yet he is really just ends up doing things for his own like sexual desires. I mean, the whole movie is like about how he covers things up just so he can cover his tracks, so he can join like the racist billionaire boys club. So yeah, like I just think there's so much in this movie that like it's so well written. It's perfect. Like, this is a near perfect movie.
It's also good for character names. Just some of the best character names we've ever had. There's Bob Ferguson, also known as Ghetto Pat. Great name.
Yeah.
Perfect name. We mentioned Perfidia Beverly Hills. Awesome. Colonel Lockjaw.
What was her like name, what was her name? Her name in the
bank? Jungle Pussy?
Yes,
yeah, that wasn't Perfidia. That was Jungle Pussy.
That was Jungle Pussy.
Jungle Pussy is her own person.
Yes. No, yeah. I know. I was.
I love what's the guy on the phone's name? Comrade Josh or whatever.
Comrade Josh.
Comrade Josh is great. Like, every character in this movie is so memorable, and I love how there's like this crazy secret society of like freedom fighters that is the there's no shot that like any leftist group would be able to pull off something this complicated,
organized like that.
Yeah, this is way too organized, and I think this movie reminded me a lot of Eddington, where it's kind of like Paul Thomas Anderson is like exploring like leftism, but also pointing the finger and laughing at like the ridiculous ones. And I think Comrade Josh was like a good example of that. Because he's like, I think that he genuinely thinks that like the whole like land acknowledgement, safe space stuff is a little silly and a little performative compared to what actually needs to get done by freedom fighters.
I think I saw a really funny tweet about that moment though, where it's like Comrade Josh was just so fed up with Bob that he started to taunt him with wokeism.
Oh yeah.
which is also a really great reading of that scene
Mm-hmm.
because he knew Bob would get mad.
Yeah.
And he did. Bob was great though. There's a really great scene right after that phone call where he has to like run across the rooftops following these parkour skateboarders, which was really cool. And I really loved that whole scene because it's a great comedic moment, but it's one of those also like really tense moments because like there's that big raid and protest going on outside, and like Bob's like chugging behind because he's old and high on weed on like every single scene.
Yeah. I think there's also a bunch of really good like small character details that have nothing to do with anything, but they keep you like thinking about how big this world is. So like Perfidia Beverly Hills has just like a band-aid around her finger for like the whole movie, and it's like there's no reason for it. It's just like, oh, she probably got hurt doing something. When Leonardo DiCaprio is talking to Comrade Josh, he says he's going to like call in something. It's some like military type term, and then he's like, let me speak to your supervisor. And it could be that that's just the term for letting someone speak to their supervisor, but it's also like, oh, maybe there's another layer to this that we don't know about, that he's like threatening him with this move. There's several things like that. I mean, the whole Christmas Adventurers Club thing, it's like it's so barely touched on. Like you really don't know what these guys' deal are outside of the fact that they're a white supremacist group. And there's just a lot of stuff like that to where things are not over explained, but they're there and interesting, and they just like make the movie seem incredibly deep. And I love this movie.
It's like that one really small like blink and you miss a moment during the protests. Where the police, like the feds, send in their own guy. They call him
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen. He runs in with a Molotov, which like makes the police open fire on the protesters, and that was a crazy moment.
Yeah.
But like if you like missed just that one line, you would have been like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue that was like intentional.
Yeah. There's also like the Society of like Marijuana Growing Nuns that harbor criminals.
Yes, that was funny.
I think that's like partially a real thing. I have read about nuns growing weed.
And harboring like secret
well,
criminals.
Not about like harboring criminals, just the growing weed part.
And I love, Benicio del Toro's like Latino Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, that was
deal.
Insane. That was so funny.
Yeah, there was another one. I was just thinking about what I'm playing. The like nerdy like tech guy. He has like the kids in his neighborhood working with him, so that if he ever like gets taken away, they're gonna come and like release a signal.
You know what made me laugh really hard was like with the Del Toro bit that there were the skateboard kids that were like Spider-Maning off the buildings. That part made me laugh so hard while I was watching it. And then Leonardo DiCaprio was just like falling over them, but like just the way that they were so smooth. I was like, what is going on right now?
Those guys were so cool.
It was so cool.
The guy fell off the building.
He did off the building.
I feel like this movie just constantly introduces new elements to this, like the French 75 and their surrounding characters, that you're constantly like learning stuff about them, and like, oh, this goes so much deeper than I thought. Oh, there's this element that is not going to be explained, but it's an interesting thing to think about. And like, oh, like this movie feels grounded, but there's so much heightened stuff in there that it like creates a very unique tone that I just love it.
It makes me want more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
I could watch this movie for 20 hours.
Yeah.
Like it could have kept going and I would have been happy.
It does not feel like 2 hours and 50 minutes. It feels like an hour and a half movie. Both times I saw it, it flew by. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but like...
I wouldn't say an hour and a half, but like it did not feel like as long as other 3-hour movies I've seen, 100%.
I feel like there's no issue with it feeling 3 hours long. Like it felt 3 hours long to me, but it was a very enjoyable 3 hours.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was paced well, but I don't think good pacing makes it go by faster. But that's just like my own personal.
I mean, I think that good pacing makes it feel as if it's going by faster because you're not like feeling the runtime. Like I don't think that makes it inherently
if
better.
something's a drag, it feels longer, but I don't think if something's like paced well, it feels shorter. That's my personal.
Yeah, I would disagree with that because if it's paced well, I feel like you're not thinking about the pacing and like how long it's taking, and so it's just kind of like a time flies when you're having fun type deal. Whereas if it's poorly paced, it will feel longer because you're thinking, oh my god, I'm still sitting here. Like when you're watching The Electric State or something, you're like, this movie like we said, Him felt like it was like 3 hours long, even though it was only an hour and a half.
I don't watch bad movies, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I only watch good movies.
Another thing that I had for our news thing today, but I decided to save it, is that Leonardo DiCaprio styled he like I guess helped out with his character's like design, and the movie styled him after Boba Fett, or is Boba Fett the one from the original Star Wars?
Yeah, it was Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, because he was like, I wanted like the glasses that wrapped around like his helmet or whatever, which I thought was interesting. I love. Oh, another detail I forgot. I love that Leonardo DiCaprio's character is watching the Battle of Algiers when he's just like chilling at the house. It's just like a really corny like little thing for him to be doing as like a leftist revolutionary. Like,
it's a good movie though.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's so good, but it's just really funny that that's what they chose. But I love it so much. I love how there's just a lot of like performativism to all the characters that I think is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, any other thoughts?
There are some moments in this movie that genuinely made me jump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not that like this is scary. It's just like unexpected, or maybe just loud. But like in the bank robbery scene when Perfidio shoots the guy, didn't see it coming. It happens off screen, so you hear gunshot, and I was like, whoa. Or when they like bust down Bob's door when he runs into the tunnel, like it's like a cut from when he's on the couch. So you assume that's like right after, but like he's had time to go into the tunnel. We just don't know that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. I don't know. I like the editing of this movie.
Yeah. I also want to talk about like how beautiful this movie is shot.
Oh yeah.
I think it's absolutely gorgeous. There's so many shots that like stick out in my head, but one thing that I really liked that they did throughout the movie is that they left some things overexposed. And I feel like with digital cameras, things can be so perfected that it's starting to look a little boring. And there's a lot of shots in this film where like the outside is overexposed. Mm-hmm. Like when Leo is saying goodbye to Willa before she goes to the dance, all the shots where the camera is mounted on the door and they're like closing the door and the camera swings with it. The back, even like if just in the car shots, the outside is like really blown out. And I thought that was an interesting choice because it's like I know that this Paul Thomas Anderson is so good. I can't remember the cinematographer's name, but he used to be a gaffer and he switched to being a cinematographer. And this is like he did Licorice Pizza, and I think this is his like second or third feature that he's.
And we can't really talk about the cinematography of this movie if we don't talk about that car chase.
I was about to bring that up. That was like
yeah.
That entire scene.
I don't know how they shot like those certain shots of the hills.
I have to assume it was a crane. That was just going
that was
up
awesome.
and down the road.
Because it clearly wasn't mounted on the car, so it was like moving independently, and it like felt like I was on a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love. There's a lot of shots of like two characters' faces in the frame. There's one of Sergeant Lockjaw and Willa, but the one that really stands out to me is the nun in Willa, and there's like another nun with like smoke in the background. Like that shot is just so beautiful. I love the way that this movie reveals information through its cinematography. So like in the scene where it's revealed that Perfidia is like sleeping with Sergeant Lockjaw. Like in the script, it probably just said like she picks up the gun and goes over to Lockjaw. But the way it's revealed is like you see a gun and you hear Soldier Boy, and then you see Perfidia pick it up, and then she walks over to presumably have sex with someone, and then she pushes him out of the shadows, and it's Lockjaw. Another one was like the shot where Will is holding the gun out, and like Leo comes around the side of the sign. Like that was such an intense moment made purely by the cinematography. Oh my gosh,
that entire scene, like that entire moment, I was like, I thought that one of them was gonna shoot the other. 100%. I was like, oh my god, one of them is about to die.
I think that like friend finding device is like a genius plot point.
That was awesome.
Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be so it's used so cleverly, and when they first introduced it, I was like, oh, this is incredibly smart. Like I loved it. But
and then they, of course, to identify each other, quote a famous poem.
Yes.
By a revolutionary.
The revolution will not be televised.
Which is a classic. And it always makes me think of that TikTok trend from several years ago where they would play that, like, a recording of that, and it's just like a graffiti of Manny from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah. The movie is an adaptation of a book called Vineland, and it changes a lot of things from the book. There's only a few like similarities. Like it's about a revolutionary who's trying to like save his daughter from like a former military guy. There's not many scenes that are lifted from the book. One of the only scenes that comes from the book is the scene where they're all listening to Mo Bamba at a high school dance, but that's about it.
That was the best part of the movie.
Yes.
I laughed when Mo Bamba came on.
It was very funny.
It's hard to take that song seriously, but I think it's like the most realistic part of the movie.
Yes, I'm like, I feel like a high school dance.
You've been at any dance, you've been to any like sporting event.
Mo Bamba.
The Mo Bamba into Shut Up and Dance With Me.
I remember being in RA, and I'm like, so my dorm was like a bit away from the parking deck, and I was going out, and I was walking towards my car. In front of the parking deck, I can just hear Mo Bamba being like blasted and like 30 frat dudes singing around.
But yeah, so do we have more thoughts, or do we want to jump into guess the budget?
I think we can jump in and guess the budget.
Let's guess the budget.
All right, I think Haylie probably already knows this because I've talked about this around her.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben, what do you think the budget of this movie is?
So it was shot entirely on IMAX film.
Yes, in
So
VistaVision.
that's really expensive. I'm gonna say at least 100 million.
So it's got a budget range. It's from 130 to 175 million. Most outlets are giving it the 175 million number.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not making its money back. It's made 53.1 million so far, and that's in like almost a week.
Profit's not everything.
True.
Yeah.
It was expected to be Paul Thomas Anderson's highest grossing movie, or have its highest opening. I don't think it hit that because it opened to only like 25 million, and it was expected to open to 50. But yeah, so
Well, I think it got 50 worldwide.
Maybe.
Just not
I don't remember.
domestically.
But
it was like 24-24 domestic and international.
yeah, but oh yeah, it had a worldwide total of 53 million. So yeah, it did hit that.
Yippee.
Which continues Warner Brothers' trend. That's like their 7th movie in a row that's opened to 40 million or more. So Warner Brothers is killing it.
Good for Warner.
Good for Warner. This is what happens when you like let directors make movies like this and Weapons and Sinners.
Please.
And the Minecraft movie.
And the Minecraft
Please stop
movie.
merging with other big media companies.
Yeah.
That's just for everyone out there.
It makes me so sad when I have to see John Oliver cry about it on his show that he's getting a new boss. So just stop.
Every time there's a new merger, I think of that BoJack Horseman bit.
Which one?
He's like Time Warner, Johnson and Johnson. It just like keeps naming companies.
Yeah.
And then it like cuts to a skyscraper and like the letters are going like all the way down to the like first floor.
See, when you said BoJack Horseman bit, I thought you were talking about the thing around his nose when his horseback rider rides him.
Okay.
All right, let's talk
What are
about
our final ratings?
Oh, your ratings. Ben, what do you give What do you give Oba? One battle after another for those of you not in the community.
Oba gets a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Haylie.
I gave Oba a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. First time I saw it, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Second time, I'm comfortable giving it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
I love this movie.
That's big
So
for
I
you.
think this is our highest rated movie on the
said
podcast
there
so
wasn't
far.
enough jungle pussy for
Yeah.
it to be a 10.
That might have been. I mean,
Haylie
I'm
said that
shirt today.
Haylie said that the Christmas Adventurers Club was painted in too negative of a light. But besides that,
No.
this is a great bit. I love this bit.
All right, now we're gonna talk about my recommendation of this week.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Another Anderson movie.
Another
Yes.
Wes Anderson.
Haylie, tell us what Arrested Development is about. Sorry, the Royal Tenenbaums is about.
Arrested Development
Well,
is
the
about Michael Bluth.
The Royal Tenenbaums is a 2001 movie by Wes Anderson, one of his earlier films. It's about a really messed up family, some messed up kids, and some incest.
It's not incest.
It's not incest. She's adopted, as they say multiple times.
Yeah.
A 24-year-old movie, I think we can comfortably say that...
No, we don't have to worry about spoilers.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
Glenn
Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Paltrow, yeah.
She's
Gwyneth Paltrow, Luke Wilson are not legally siblings.
They are
Or
not.
They are legally
Adopted.
siblings.
Mhm.
They are not technically siblings.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
This is my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I love this movie. It's in my top 4 on Letterboxd. I think it is beautiful. I think it's fantastic. I think it is damn near a perfect movie. I know Ben is a big Wes Anderson fan, so I know he and this was
this tops my charts because
Yes.
I've seen everything Wes Anderson has done multiple times, including like commercials.
and this was Clay's first time watching
Yeah,
this.
my first
so-
time really watching
yeah.
it. It was on in the background at like a movie night.
Yeah.
I always had it on, but I wasn't really paying attention. But so I actually sat down and listened to Wes Anderson.
Don't say the
today.
whole quote.
I know, I didn't.
He sat his white ass down and listened.
And we gotta beep it,
And
folks.
so
We can-
And
Clay,
we're canceled.
Also,
I'm
we can't say ass, but we can say jungle pussy.
Yeah, basically. Beep all this. Beep it all out.
I've been very curious because Clay told me, we were talking the other day, and he said that he wasn't the biggest fan of the Wes Anderson style, and I said that this one, to me, didn't feel as much of the style, so I was wondering your take on that.
Okay, so I think that Wes Anderson's past few movies have been overly reliant on this style without evolving it, and I feel like there is just like so much artifice now for so reason that I've lost interest in it. I think that I find it much more interesting when a director can like take on a variety of styles and tones and make them all work. That's why I think Steven Soderbergh is a super underrated director because like Ocean's 11, Presence, Black Bag, and Shay are all completely different tones, but they all work. And I'm like, oh, Steven Soderbergh can tackle a lot of things. But I would say, okay, so what I think that the Royal Tenenbaums does it well because it's a lot more subtle, it's a lot more grounded, and I think that it has a... Are we in spoilers?
Yes. It's 25 years old.
I think that...
Whatever we want.
I think that when you see most shots from the Royal Tenenbaums, it just looks like a normal shot from any other movie, and it's more of like the, I guess, choice of editing between the shots that brings it to style. There's a little bit of it there, especially with like the inserts and the chapter system.
Yes.
But like when it's like two characters talking, they do like over the shoulders and stuff, which I feel like you don't really see in Wes Anderson movies anymore. It's usually just like center frame staring directly at the camera. I think that this movie. This is the earliest Wes Anderson movie I've seen. I haven't seen some of his earlier things.
Is this his third or fourth? I know it's Bottle Rocket and then Rushmore, and then I think this might be the third.
This was 2001.
It's either this is 3 or The Life Aquatic is 3.
Oh, that makes sense. I'll look that up right now.
I think this one came right after Rushmore because I was reading about it today, and Bill Murray went from Rushmore to this.
No, Isle of Dogs, Moonrise. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's a lie.
Not our Isle of Dogs.
That is not correct. Bottle Rocket, Rushmore. Oh, Royal Tenenbaums was his third, correct? And then.
I think
wait, what?
I think that there's much more purpose to this style because it's relatively like stilted and like locked down, and then in scenes like where Luke Wilson's character commits suicide, it goes into handheld, and so it creates a greater impact. Whereas I feel like
he attempts
suicide, and I feel like that purpose is missing from his more recent movies. Grand Budapest is my favorite movie of Wes Anderson's. I think that is where he went from this more subtle style, which I even think like Moonrise Kingdom is more in this camp than the later movies. Grand Budapest is where he like made it maximalized, and I think it works there because it is an actual evolution of his style, and I feel like he never went back from that and has continued coasting on that sort of style.
I can see that.
I like The French Dispatch, just because I think it's an interesting story. I'm not wild about Asteroid City, and I'm really not wild about The Phoenician Scheme, and I feel like they both fall into that trap of it's style without as much substance. I think Asteroid City has more substance. I think Phoenician Scheme has like no substance at all, basically.
I hadn't seen Phoenician Scheme yet.
Yeah, I really don't. But we can talk about y'all's disagreements and stuff. I'm sure like Ben.
I know Ben has a lot of disagreements.
But as I was saying, I think that Royal Tenenbaums does it very, very well. And I would like for Wes Anderson to show more restraint in his style in a future movie, or try something new.
Yeah.
I think this is like I could see. This is a movie where I feel like it's not so reliant on its style that if he made all of his movies like this, I would not have a problem with it. It's because it feels like it's grounded and real, whereas his later movies feel like they have so much artifice, and every character is speaking like Gwyneth Paltrow's character, and every shot has like animated backgrounds or whatever, and it's like all fake. And this is like, these are shots that feel more realistic. They're just standing on the top of the building. There's actual wind blowing. There's depth to these shots. There's over the shoulder. The shots aren't perfectly symmetrical and stuff like that. I went on my ramble, but I think that this movie helped me solidify my problem with the modern Wes Anderson movies.
I'm glad. I mean, this is like a near perfect movie for me. I think it is fantastic. I think that like it hits every single note possible. I think that all of the acting is phenomenal. I think it is such a stacked cast. It's probably the best roles I've seen all of these actors in, or at least my favorite of the roles that I've seen all of these actors in, or most of them.
I don't know. Lightning McQueen is.
Oh yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow is like phenomenal. I think she steals it for me. I think she's awesome in this. She's great. I love the cinematography in this. Not to talk about the style too much, but there are so many. I know a specific scene is when I think it's Gwyneth Paltrow and Owen Wilson are on the they're on like a balcony or something, and
like
yeah, and it's just one long shot, and it goes from 1 to 1 and then to a 2, and then it does the same thing, and it goes from a 1 to a 1 to a 2, and it's all just one continuous take, and then when it's 2, it's like the two of them it's just so pretty, and it just stays on the one shot, and it's so awesome.
It's like the most like stylistic.
Yes, I love that scene. That's like my favorite scene. This movie to me is like one of my comfort movies. It just makes me feel good. I put it on, I'm just like, yeah, like this is awesome.
Even though it's really depressing.
Yeah, it just feels good. I don't know.
The more I watch it, which I didn't get a chance to rewatch it before this podcast, but I've seen it over and over again. I tend to enjoy Gene Hackman and Ben Stiller
Gene Hackman is awesome.
more than like anyone else, especially like their dynamic, but mostly just like Gene Hackman is obviously he is Royal Tenenbaum. He is the lead. He's phenomenal. Rest in peace.
Yes.
As well. But I don't know. He's great. Him and his little quirky adventures with his little assistant who stabs him multiple times.
Yes. Was it Puta? Is that his name?
Pagoda.
Pagoda?
Pagoda.
Pagoda?
Don't be racist.
I was not being racist. No,
Spoken
Puta.
like a true Christmas adventure.
No, Puta is like the name of the thing in it's a name of something. Okay.
It's your made up fake Indian name.
No,
to be
bro.
racist,
No,
you
bro.
Christmas
I need to
adventure.
look this up to
Yeah,
not
save
cancel myself.
I am going to talk about something that has probably never been talked about with this movie, but has really good costume design.
It's fantastic costume design.
Yeah, I think that
Okay,
I remember
yeah, I'm just wrong.
basically every detail of every costume that everyone wears. Everyone remembers Ben Stiller and Luke Wilson. I feel like the suits and stuff that Gene Hackman wears are so good. This is a men's fashion movie right here.
his elevator I don't know the job title, elevator operator.
Yeah,
I guess
that's a great
uniform
costume.
is really great.
I think back on my Wes Anderson thing. One thing that I forgot to mention, I feel like the performances here are a lot more naturalistic, and Gwyneth Paltrow and Luke Wilson are the only ones doing the Wes Anderson style of line delivery. Gene Hackman is doing basically the same thing he does in every movie, and it's I feel like that the dry style of delivery that you see in Luke Wilson and Gwyneth Paltrow works because it's them. I don't like it in the modern movies when you see Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston do it.
I think you're forgetting that Dudley also does that.
Well, yeah, but I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who, Wes Anderson discovered him for this movie.
I don't know who the actor is either, but he's really funny and he's a great.
He is an awesome
character.
character.
Side bit.
Yeah, I was a little confused at the humor of that. I was like, what is going on here?
The humor is it's 2001, and you can tell because. Wait, how can we tell?
Were the Twin Towers?
Because the Twin Towers.
But were they or were they?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It opened with a shot of the Twin Towers, but they were perfectly symmetrical.
But
and a plane on a popsicle stick flew in. I was sleeping. Thank you, Dylan, for this wonderful recurring bit. One issue I had with the movie, I know you were saying that Ben Stiller's one of your favorite characters. I felt like he was a little underdeveloped when compared to his siblings and Gene Hackman's character.
I can agree with that, but I think it is because that's they have a weird relationship with their dad and each other, whereas Ben Stiller's his second weird relationship is he has Royal, but then he has his dead wife, who is obviously dead, so we don't see her. Yeah,
but I feel like they dive into Gwyneth Paltrow and Luke Wilson's stories independent of Royal Tenenbaum a little more than they do Ben Stiller's character. And what is his name? Chaz. And
Chaz.
You get his deal in that opening fire drill scene, and then I feel like it's not evolved much until the very end of the movie, and I just feel like spending a little more time with just him would have been interesting, because I can't think of any real scenes where it's we're just spending time with Ben Stiller's character, whereas there were a lot of those with Margot and
it's also I think his
Wilson.
Kids act as an extension of him as well.
So it was just whenever Ben Stiller's a great performer, and I thought he did a really good job in this movie, but whenever he was on screen, I was just a little less interested than the dynamic between his other two siblings and then his dad and his other
that's
siblings.
obviously because of the incest, so let's jump into that.
Let's just jump into it.
So
what do we think? Well, I mean, it's very clear that they say the word adopted is probably the most used word in the script, I would say. They say that word a lot.
From the opening,
I would probably say Tenenbaum.
Oh yeah.
From Alec Baldwin's opening exposition,
Adopted
that's
daughter.
Alec Baldwin. Royal has made it clear to.
He's the one who knocked over the towers in the opening shot.
I forget. I forget the character name, but we've made it clear that she's adopted. Margot Tenenbaum is adopted, and he never lets her forget that fact, including on her birthday, which is really messed up.
Yeah.
But,
and Luke Wilson.
So my take is,
her.
while yes, it is strange, it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Congrats.
And it's kind of sad.
I prefer Luke Wilson's relationship with his falcon.
Yes.
Yeah, Mordecai.
That was a cool bit.
I watched it this morning, so I'm hot on all the
Mordecai.
names. I got them all except for Luke Wilson's.
What?
And Angelica Houston's, whatever her name was. She was really good too as the mom. I really like her. I think she's a super underrated actress. Mom Tenenbaum. I love
her
The Witches.
Her little romance plot was really fun.
With Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Yeah, I thought he was really good.
Yeah,
also.
He's awesome.
The slept-on performance that we hadn't talked about. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Coming, hot off the success of Predator 2. I think this is probably a better performance than Predator 2.
It's hard, and we'll probably have to just discuss that at a different time.
When we do the Predator Badlands episode.
We have to break that down.
Yeah. But I really like that movie.
Yeah.
I really like everyone in the cast. I thought they were all great. I'm trying to think of other things. As a huge Arrested Development fan, it was hard for me not to constantly think about how similar in premise to Arrested Development this was. And then I read the production on Wikipedia, as I always do, and the guy who created Arrested Development, I guess it was Ron Howard, he he watched this movie and was like, well, I guess I can't do that show anymore. And then he was convinced to do it because of how successful this movie was.
Really?
I know this was Wes Anderson's most successful movie financially until Grand Budapest, and I think that still holds the title. But this movie basically inspired Arrested Development.
Wow,
and
I didn't know
Which is one of my favorite TV shows.
it's so good. Yeah. So if you like this movie, watch Arrested Development. I like Arrested Development more than this movie. I mean, I might just have a soft spot for it. But yeah, so I just kept thinking about that for the whole movie. It's also about a dysfunctional family with a wealthy dad who's trying to re-enter their lives after he goes to jail. Very funny. I wish Royal Tenenbaums had a failed magician as one of the siblings, but they have a failed playwright instead, and a failed committer of suicide. All right, let's cut that bit. Let's cut that bit.
Do we have any specific thoughts on the suicide scene?
It was so good.
Oh, sorry.
Elliott Smith needle
That's what I was
drop
gonna say. Can we talk about the soundtrack? Because it is such a good soundtrack.
It is the best thing in the world. Elliott Smith. It makes me sob. This entire soundtrack is just crazy. We got Paul Simon, we got the Beatles, we got Nico, we got Elliott Smith. I listen to this on repeat all the time.
I immediately put it on after I
don't watch this movie. It is so good. It's so good. It's just a bunch of good songs. That's something Wes Anderson kind of has always done well, except for in later things, it's mostly scored. Mm-hmm. But he knows how to pick a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that Hey Jude was probably my favorite song in the movie, because it just kind of scores the whole beginning, and I was like, oh, this is actually carrying me into this movie. And for most of it, it's not the lyrics, it's just the melody.
Yes. Needle in the Hay, though, is so good.
I also think that these days, the Nico cover,
yes,
when it's getting off the bus, that's an iconic scene.
Oh yeah,
everyone's seen that scene.
The bus
if they've
shot.
Seen this movie or not?
Isn't that the Letterboxd cover or the
Yes, that's the banner.
On the banner. Yeah.
I actually knew nothing about this movie going in, so it's weird to look things up and see how iconic some of this stuff is. I didn't even know the premise. I knew nothing about this movie going in except the poster.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I had absorbed some of the costumes through cultural osmosis, but besides that, I was I don't know what's going on. I didn't know he was faking his cancer. That was a surprise to me.
Is there anything that you were oh, this is neat, or in terms of the iconicness of it?
I mean, like I said, I thought that the faking the cancer thing was a good twist. I really was not expecting that. Just I thought we were just kind of into the movie. I am trying to think of other things. I did not know the incest stuff was in this movie at all.
Yeah.
Was the cancer a twist?
I think that it was a midpoint twist, because the midpoint of the movie is when they learn he's faking the cancer.
It's a twist for the characters, but I feel it's more of a dramatic irony thing because we know that he's faking it.
Do we know that? Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, we know.
When does he say that?
He never says it, but I feel it's
it's pretty obvious from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm dying. No, I'm not.
Because the first time they say it is their interaction.
I might have just
outside.
zoned out. I missed that in the Twin Towers shot.
Their interaction outside was the first time he ever said it.
I thought that I don't know. I didn't know what he was doing because I didn't know these characters' deals
yet.
But then,
after that scene, he calls in the fake doctor, for a favor, which is I think where the audience can draw that this is happening, because the idea is that it's not that we're supposed to be following along with Danny Glover. It's supposed to be that we're watching him mess up these kids' lives even more, even as they're adults, because we know he's lying. Yep. They don't, and it's just gonna make things worse for him.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things that I had always known that Luke Wilson's character was dressed like that. I didn't know he was a tennis player, so that makes sense. I was like, why's he got the sweaty headband
He's a tennis
on?
player.
He's a tennis player.
I can't remember who the other commentator on the tennis match is, but one of them is Wes Anderson himself.
Oh, interesting.
I can't, like, the other one's another guy that's, like, prominent.
I didn't know Owen Wilson was in this movie at all.
You
I knew he, like, co-wrote it, but I didn't know he was in it.
This is an interesting thing that Maya and I talked about, was that I find it very interesting that he chose not to cast them as brothers, Luke and Owen, but rather as, Owen as the
weird
the neighbor, which is an awesome, I think, such an awesome, like, casting choice, because obviously, like I feel like regularly the clear choice would be like, oh, there's two brothers, to cast them as brothers, but to not do that, I think, is very cool and, like, interesting.
And to make Owen Wilson be on, like, the craziest drugs ever, the entire movie, great choice.
Yeah, I think it was awesome.
But yeah, I don't think I really have any thoughts left.
Everyone knows that General Custer died at the Battle of Little Bighorn, but what this book presupposes is maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I remember that line.
Rest in peace to the dog.
Like, I was watching, I was
the
like,
dog did die. Buckley died.
Yeah, the dog died.
Rest in peace, Buckley.
Rest in peace, Buckley.
I didn't know, like, what things, when I left this movie, were going to be, like, iconic. Like, that line, I remember that line. I did not know.
That might not be iconic. That's just my favorite line.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the suicide scene was probably the most iconic.
I knew that was in the movie. That's the only, like, one of the only things I knew was in the movie. Just
You've surely seen the shot of her getting off the bus.
I don't think I ever have.
That's crazy. I feel like that's
that one.
I don't know if I'd ever seen that. Like, you're talking about, like, when she gets off the green bus initially?
She gets off the green bus.
Well, I mean,
she sees Luke Wilson.
They show it, like, 8 times in the movie, so that's probably why it's so famous. I was like, oh, we're seeing that shot
the very first time.
It's like when they see each other again and they fall in love.
Yeah, they show
like,
that
oh my gosh, I love you.
The thing that I laughed at was when he was talking about the white feathers on Mordecai's neck, and he was just like, sometimes people get white hair when they get shocked, so maybe this happened to the bird. I was like, that's funny. Like, I like this a lot. I was into the, like, emotions of it. I was not, like, laughing or, like, thought it was particularly funny. I was just more into, like, the characters and the performances. Like, Gene Hackman, I love.
It's more feel good than comedy.
It's feel good, but also, like, depressing, and I cried my eyes out.
I don't know if feel good. I think it has a feel good ending, but it's also, like, very depressing.
Yeah.
Like,
it has feel good vibes.
No, that's what I said. Like, it is one of my comfort movies.
There's
like,
a montage of Gene Hackman and Ben Stiller's kids, which is really cute, and he takes them dog fighting, which is really funny.
That's why I think that this is an interesting use of his style, because it's juxtaposing this, like, lighthearted, like, silly style with
like
the depressing stuff, and that is not what happens. Also, it uses more muted colors than his later movies. Like, I feel like Asteroid City and Phoenician Scheme are, like, so bright. And this movie is like, it's got like the colorfulness, but they're all like really kind of like dull pastels. And then like the backgrounds are just like New York, Harlem. I think it's shot in Harlem.
That is a kind of trend in his earlier movies. It doesn't really get colorful until The Life Aquatic.
Yeah. I guess I need to see more of his early stuff, because like I said, I think the earliest thing I've seen from him besides this is Moonrise Kingdom, because I haven't seen Life Aquatic, Rushmore, Bottle Rocket, and
you need to watch Rushmore
the train
and Bottle Rocket. I love Rushmore and Bottle Rocket.
Fantastic Mr. Fox and the Darjeeling Limited are before Moonrise Kingdom.
Okay, so I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. Haven't seen the other one.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is number 2 in my Wes Anderson ranking.
Wait, so is this your number 1?
This is my number 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But also, it flips and flops. This movie is also in my top 4, but like every 6 months or so, I'll switch it with Fantastic Mr. Fox just to keep people on their toes.
Yeah. All your frequent Wes Anderson Letterboxd list fans.
It's true.
They always go, oh, he switched it again.
Oh, he's changing it.
All right.
He watches the commercial that he filmed in 2008 for a perfume, and now he's changing his rankings.
This has the same cinematographer as Get Him to the Greek and Bridesmaids. Wow. And 2016's Ghostbusters.
All right.
So we can safely say this is his 4th best shot movie.
The feminists are taking over.
I'm an adult virgin. Okay, are y'all ready to play What's That Budget?
What's the budget?
Ben, what do you think?
I feel like I should know this, but I actually don't, so I'm just gonna like safely go 45 million.
All right, Haley.
I mean, it's nothing crazy, and it's 2001.
Is it nothing?
It came out December 14th, 2001, so it's after 9/11, and it's a Christmas
right
film.
after 9/11.
It's a Christmas film.
Man.
Yeah, imagine going to see this with your family. On
They do
Christmas.
play the Peanuts theme a lot in this movie, and they do the Christmas Peanuts song later.
I'm
So
gonna-
Arrested Development does that too. They also do the sad Peanuts theme.
Yeah,
That's
really funny.
crazy.
I'll
I
go
didn't-
40.
40? What'd you say?
45.
It's 21 million.
What the?
Whoa.
I knew it was gonna be low.
And
I
it made
Ben threw me off.
102.4 million.
Congratulations, Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
The Phoenician Scheme is a good movie, despite what Clay might lead you to believe. Asteroid City
Boring.
is a good movie, despite what Clay might lead you to believe.
Watch all the other ones though.
Yeah, watch Grand Budapest. That one's good. I like
Watch
that.
Bottle
Also,
Rocket and Rushmore. And
Watch Fantastic Mr.
Fantastic
Fox.
Mr. Fox.
His
and The
Netflix
French
shorts are
Dispatch.
good. I like all of his
Yeah, his
Netflix
Netflix
shorts.
shorts.
Not all of
French
them.
Dispatch.
But I like
If you're gonna watch
Henry
any
Sugar.
of the Netflix shorts, watch The Swan.
Really? I would think Henry Sugar.
No, The Swan.
Henry Swan was
Yeah.
Henry Sugar was the long one.
I think this. Yeah, Henry Sugar was the long
It's the
one.
long short.
I think
but
The
Swan's
Swan
the best.
Might have been my least favorite one.
You're insane.
I like the one with
Swan's
this
best.
with the rat or whatever.
Poison. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Is that the one with
rat,
this?
You're thinking the rat catcher. Poison's the one where the
the
guy
snake.
thinks he's laying on a snake, but it's
Yeah.
actually about racism.
Maybe I like Swan more than the snake one. But anyways, that doesn't matter.
The Swan is the best one.
Not to
What
get
are
into the litigation.
Final
of it.
rating.
Yeah, what
We're
are we
gonna keep
rating the
arguing
Royal
about Wes Anderson
Tenenbaums?
for hours. This is a 10 out of 10. A Tenenbaum out of Tenenbaum.
10 out of 10 for me as well. 10.
You gotta say it.
Tenenbaums.
It's a Tenenbaum.
It's a
out of
Tenenbaum.
Yeah, I'm
It's
giving-
a Tenenbaum.
I'm giving it a 10 and 8 out of 10.
Boo.
Boo.
I'm sorry that I'm the cynic this time.
That's it. We're firing Clay from the podcast.
No.
And so he won't be here next week.
Yeah, they're killing it next week. Next week starts Freaktober, the iconic hit or miss Freaktober. It'll be our first episode of October. We're all going to be wearing monster costumes for
Right.
every
It's
single
true.
episode. I will be a vampire.
I'll just
Haylie will
not
be
be
a
wearing-
vampire, and Ben will be naked.
I was gonna say I just won't wear makeup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bazinga!
Ben's gonna like shave.
All right, and
So
so
we are watching The Smashing Machine.
Yeah,
which
the-
Smashing
releases,
Machine, which was my nickname in high school.
in 2 days.
Ayo,
Ayo.
Bazinga! High five!
It's one of the Safdies. I can't
Yep.
remember if
It's
it's
Benny
Benny or
Safdie.
Josh.
Benny
Josh is doing Marty Supreme.
And it's got Dwayne Johnson. And
Emily Blunt
who knows?
reuniting from Jungle Cruise.
It might be good. It might be the Jungle Cruise too.
Will it be better than Jungle Cruise? Let's see.
That's what we're gonna find out.
Let's find out.
But for my recommendation, the first movie of Freaktober, we'll be watching Halloween 3: Secret of the Witch.
Alright.
Season of the Witch. Isn't
Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Halloween 3.
There's also secrets.
Do I
Don't
need to
worry.
watch the other Halloween?
No.
Don't.
Oh, you
This is
should.
the only Halloween movie
So-
without Michael Myers, but we'll get into that.
it? So the first Halloween is really good. You should obviously watch it because John Carpenter's like the GOAT. Halloween 3 is like a completely standalone movie. It's like an anthology, and it's really good also. It's the best Halloween
Yeah.
sequel besides
And
Halloween
We'll get
Ends.
deeper into this, but basically Halloween was supposed to like fully be an anthology series, but then like the first one was really successful,
You didn't
and
rate it
everyone was
very
like,
high.
"Please make
Yeah, it was
more,
good.
please make more Michael Myers, please." And John Carpenter after Halloween 3 was like, "Fine, I'll make more Michael Myers."
Yeah.
And
So
then Rob Zombie made one.
and it was
That
awesome.
was cool.
And then Danny McBride and David Gordon Green made several, and they made a bad Halloween reboot, a bad Halloween Kills, and a really underrated Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends is dog shit.
It is not. I really like it. I'm an unironic defender. But so
I get to make Haylie censor this because I
Right.
hate Halloween Ends so much.
yeah. So get ready for Freaktober by watching The Smashing Machine and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch
Heck
before
yeah.
next week. And is there anything else?
Remember to brush your teeth
Drink water.
And watch the Royal Tenenbaums.
and always wear deodorant.
Yeah, and like don't forget to tie your shoes. But it's funny when you untie someone else's shoes and tie them together, and so then they get up and walk and they fall down and bust their face open. All right, bye.